welcome to another episode of Relatable Relations. And my shirt may be a little wrinkled, but don't talk about it because you know it's icy. All right, y'all, it's Allanah Brenae.
I go by the name of Quan.
I go by the name of Quan. I like that. All right, y'all. So we're going to tap in. We're going to talk. Let's really shake it off. We're going to talk about our mental today all the way through, okay? So let's do a mental check-in. How you feel?
I feel like I'm in a great headspace. I am in grind mode right now. I done moved up. We done moved up some deadlines, so trying to keep shit pushing, put boots to the ground. You feel? What about you?
I'm peaceful. I am peaceful. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sleepy. But we here. We're gonna push through. Yeah, I'm peaceful. I'm focusing on the things that I can control and not focusing on the things that I couldn't because it'll make my anxiety just like at a million. So we don't need that. That's one thing I like about you. You do not play about my mental health at all. Like, at all. And we're finna get into mental health today. That's our topic. Talking about mental health and relationships. I want to do a real big disclaimer on this show specifically. We are not mental health professionals. We are speaking on our experiences, our thoughts, and our concerns towards the situation. So we're definitely not giving that advice on this show. We never give that advice. I always say that, but this one is definitely not that. So hopefully, our hopes of this show is that you can take something from it and it'll make you, you can take it, apply it to your life, and it'll change for the better. But definitely take everything with a grain of salt because we are not mental health professionals.
And do what works for you.
Do what works for you. Do what works for you. For sure. All right, so we're going to get into it. Tap in and just talk about mental health. Last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So that's really cool. Mental health just plays a really, really, really big part in my life because I wasn't exposed to the different parts of mental health until I was much, much older. So a lot of stuff that I excused or a lot of stuff that I blamed people for, I was wrongfully accusing or wrongfully blaming them because I didn't know that it was deeper than just their action. So what is your thoughts, or have you experienced anything in your family that you've learned was caused by mental health that has affected you? As an adult. I ain't finished my question. Sorry.
Ooh.
That's why I said this shot might be a little deep.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I just feel like as black people, we kind of like sweep a whole lot of stuff under the rug.
Yeah.
And it leaves wounds and everything like untreated. So you kind of like grow up. You kind of grow up and a lot of issues are like unresolved. So you kind of just like go throughout life broken.
Yeah. Because you don't know why.
Yeah.
And you
don't know how to fix it. You've never learned how to fix it.
And no one else wanted to fix it, but you do. So you got to take the steps and try to put everybody on how to fix it, and you got to carry that responsibility.
People need therapy, bro.
My entire family needs therapy.
Like, people need therapy may not be for everybody, but I think everybody should give it a try to see if it is for them.
I agree.
It's nothing like that unbiased person helping you unpack things that you probably didn't even think about. I feel like I have a fairly strong mental, and a lot of people come to me for certain things, certain opinions on different subjects, and I can kind of help them figure out what steps they need to take, not necessarily give them the steps, but kind of like unpack things and just help them put a foot forward to fixing their problems or whatever they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I think growing up, like you said, a lot of stuff was swept under the rug. A lot of things was said that was never revisited. A lot of topics was brought up. A lot of patterns were created. And it was, instead of looking at them and evaluating them and analyzing them and like coming up with results for them, it was like, it is what it is. This is how things are. And I think that we should have just tapped into it a lot more as a family and evaluated fully, because it affected everybody. A lot of things affects everyone. And so, yeah, like looking at one thing, trying to see how specific I want to get.
Keeping the I think keeping the truth from people kind of really does more hurt than harm, because of course, like, we grow up thinking one thing, but it's like totally different.
Yeah,
like totally different. Like that's
yeah.
I've
I've learned a lot. I learned a lot. Like, my family had this big thing, of course, as you know, that I was told one thing, and then as an adult, I learned something completely different, and I had to live through it again, and basically start my process over, my grieving process over as an adult, because I was lied to as a youth. And so I do think that unpacking things in your earlier age, even though everybody says it may not be the right time, you also have to think about how will you heal as an adult? How would that affect trust in your family as an adult? How would it affect conversations, communication, a lot of different things? How would that look like in the future? So
yeah, because the truth can help you learn like coping mechanisms at an early age. That then later on down the line, you know how to handle certain things.
right.
Versus you becoming an adult and then a situation comes about and you don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the truth is hard and it hurts sometimes, but I feel like it's helpful to a lot of people because you can learn from it.
I 1,000% agree. I definitely agree. And I kind of want to switch gears and talk about friendships with mental health. We tend to lean on our friends a little more when it comes to mental health because we're exposed to them more. So we're more open. You feel more vulnerable. As a woman, I can speak on that. Let's tap into that a little bit. As a man, do you feel like you're able to openly express your feelings to your guy friends and vice versa? Do you think they can express their feelings to you truly?
Yes, personally, as far as my friends and everything go, no, we are super open in whatever friend group I choose, like my frat brothers or my personal friends that I grew up with, high school, college, like we can all dig deep into certain things and talk about mental health. Like we like shit. People are just come out of nowhere in the group and be like, "Hey, bro, y'all good?" And niggas be like, "Yeah." Sometimes niggas will be like, "Nah, like this is what's going on." Like I got people who will like hit me as soon as something is wrong. Like, and that's what I like. Like, don't wait until things like hit the fan and it's kind of like too late or things are like too far gone to like ask for help or like seek somebody to talk to. Like, do that shit early. That way we can go ahead and unpack these things and we can move forward like progressively.
I agree. What do you think men could do differently? So I know a lot of people, men stay surface level. They're afraid some men are afraid to dig deeper into that conversation or into that with other men, right? Because you grow up, stop all that crying, you a man, like a lot of that space wasn't open for y'all growing up as young black men, realistically. So as an adult, what do you think a man could do what am I trying to say? Like, basically, like, if you're in a friend group, right? And none of y'all are really vulnerable, none of y'all are really open, but you're okay with that. what can you do to create that safe space for your friends to be able to be vulnerable as a group?
You gotta set the pace for it. Like literally just go ahead and do it. And then I feel like after that, after one person opens up, everybody gonna do it at that point. Like, cause I've had situations where this had nothing to do with mental health, but it was just something that was kind of like frowned upon or like shameful. Like one person said it, and then it'd be like, yeah, nigga, me too. Like it'd be like, oh shit, for real? No, me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be on some shit like that. So somebody has to take the initiative.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Somebody has
It
to
has
take.
nothing to do with mental health.
Somebody has to take the initiative. Be like, bro, bro, it's okay. Like, it's literally okay. Or you gonna continue to be fucked up if you don't say something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I gotta stretch. Because we're gonna talk about mental health and relationships now. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So in 2020, I was diagnosed with a whole bunch of stuff by a psychiatrist. Which I just want to preface it and say, like, this is just me. That's where the disclaimer came from. People can diagnose you all day, but it's what you do and how you assess and like how you move forward from those diagnoses, right? So in 2020, I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and ADHD, which we already knew in the ADHD, but re-diagnosed as an adult. And then 2022, I was diagnosed with PMDD, which if you don't know, PMS is premenstrual syndrome. Right? And then PMDD is premenstrual depressive disorder. So during PMSing time, like a week before menstruation, you feel a lot lower. Things can be put in your head, and it's just like, it feels like the end of the world. For some people, not for me. They have suicidal thoughts and things of that nature. So what is it like dealing with someone in a relationship that has mental?
It's really hard because when somebody is going through like, you know, a mental like episode at the time, you're not really open to help. Like when somebody's going through, you know what I'm saying, something mental at the time, they tend to like push back and they're not accepting. And it's tough for the person who's trying to reach out and help because they steady getting it. You know what I'm saying? So it gets frustrating, it gets discouraging, and it's like, damn. And then it gets worse because it gets frustrating for the other person, and the person who's going through it, they're like, well, you don't care. And it's like, bro, I'm sitting here trying to help you, and it's real hard right now. But it's like, well, do something.
Right.
Trying to do something. You're
You're
not allowing me.
It's hard when you in those moments. Just speaking for myself, if I'm in a anxious mode and depressive mode at the same time, it's very hard because not only am I stressing out about something, but I'm also down about the results before it even happens. So it's just really, really hard to be open to help because it's like you already feel so low and you feel like the results are done. Like, this is the end. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what's happening. What I can say now is just, you know, after hearing that and learning that about myself, because I mean, I knew something was up, but you know, whatever. And so, I actively work towards things. So like the week before, you know, I'm taking ashwagandha, which is tremendously helped with stressing out. I'll be cool as a cucumber. Like, and I was offered SSRIs, which is like an inhibitor for your emotions, like a serotonin inhibitor. So it's supposed to help, you know, like boost your boost your happiness and stuff like that. And I just really wanted to take the holistic route. So I started with ashwagandha. I started going out, making sure I get some sun. Working out has, like I say it all the time, but working out has really, really, really just helped me personally. And I know it's not that simple for everybody. So I'm not saying that just go outside and work out. Like, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. What I can say as far as depression goes, something that I've learned is to take the covers off. Is what I tell people all the time. And when I say to take the covers off, I mean that literally. If you're in a depressive mode and you're in the bed and you got your covers on, that cover literally signifies the weight of the world on top of you, right? It feels that way. It's heavy. Those covers are heavy, and it makes you want to stay in bed as long as you possibly can. If you take those covers off, and first of all, taking the covers off, that for one, that's a big step. Kudos to you. I promise. That's a big step. Once you get out that bed, you stand up, another big step. Congratulate yourself. You go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, big step. Self-care is the number one thing that goes away. It's the first thing that goes away when it comes to depression and it comes to depressive states. So brushing your teeth, getting in the shower, those are all huge things. Taking stuff step by step, one by one, will slowly but surely get you into a better space. I'm not going to say it's going to cure your depression. I'm not going to say it's going to get you out of your depression at that moment, but it's for sure going to help you in that second to just get back a little bit to, you know what I'm saying, where you need to be. So take the covers off. Take the covers off. That's the first part. That's the first step. Take the covers off of you. You'll feel that weight being lifted off of you. Stand up, get out the bed, and just do what you can from there. That's advice. Now, I ain't gonna call nothing else advice, but that right there is advice. And once again, it's not as simple for everybody, but it's a step. And during that time, you have to just be gracious and show yourself grace and do things step by step. Don't try to rush it. Step by step for sure.
Don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up.
It's literally only gonna get worse. You are your own worst enemy when it comes to stuff like that. Like people can say stuff to you all day like negatively, but you don't have to believe it. Like you literally do not. But it's easier said than done. But it's all about perspective.
For sure. Anything else you want to tap on while we was in there? Or
no.
You don't want to know further? No? Never.
I know what you're talking about, but no, not that.
Do you want to?
I don't care.
About me?
Is that what you was getting at? Is that what you was getting at?
I am so scared. I ain't never told nobody about that. All right. So, touching into relationships and mental health, the biggest thing that we've encountered with my mental health and different things, I've overcome a lot. I'll say that. I've been blessed to overcome suicidal issues and attempts. And I'm grateful for you, because without you, I wouldn't be here. And I think people look at us like, I'm so stuck on you. But there's multitude of reasons. And then the biggest one, of course, is because of 2017 in the summertime. And I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at the camera. I can't look at the camera. I'm going to look at you.
Okay.
Because I'm grateful for you. I was going through an episode, and I was done. Just done. Over everything. A lot of stuff was just hard. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to face you. I didn't want to face anybody. And I just wanted to just be done. Right? Had pills. A lot of pills. Had them in my hand. God just told you to come home, I guess. I don't know. Because as soon as all of them was in my hand, the bottle in my hand, I'm sitting here. You walk through the door, and you run and just slap them at my hand. And that could have been it. Right? But I'm smiling because I'm nervous.
I know.
But
you're meant to be here.
I'm meant to be here. And I'm grateful for you, because without you, I wouldn't be.
That was big.
That was huge. My stomach hurt.
You ain't never told nobody that shit.
My stomach hurts.
You should be dog.
Oh my gosh.
You ain't never told nobody that.
No, I never planned on it, but I'm saying it now because it took a lot for me to get to where I'm at now. I don't have those thoughts. I don't anymore. And I know some people do. And my makeup cute, so we're not gonna do that. But with those thoughts, like my purpose is being served in multitudes of ways. I'm learning how to serve in different areas of my life. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. I wouldn't be able to be on a platform and talk about it. I wouldn't be in front of a microphone telling people who feel that way that you do have a bigger purpose. You haven't served it yet. It's not up to you. You can't play God, and you can't determine things that is up to Him, right? So just keep pushing. And it's easier said than done. But like I said, step by step, and give yourself grace.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, friend.
Good shit. You ain't never told nobody that shit before.
I'm just this happy-go-lucky person, and people just see that.
Yeah.
Because I can be. It's like a mask sometimes.
Yeah.
Times get hard. Mm-hmm. Stuff is not easy. I don't have those thoughts, like I said, and I haven't in at least 3-4 years. All right, 2, 3, 4. In a few years, it's been a minute, but I have. I'm not perfect. I was there, and I understand. I genuinely get it, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm blessed to be able to serve in different ways and fulfill my purpose fully. Because who am I to cut that short? You know?
Do you think it was of course there was a lot of stuff going on, but do you think the pressure of you being the happy-go-lucky person, and you feel like you had to be that person all the time, do you feel like that played a part?
Yes. So I never really got a chance to be vulnerable. Definitely the strong friend. Always the go-to girl, right? People came to me with their problems, not knowing that I had my own, and I used their problems to mask mine. I was never the type to use myself, like, as an example. I never was, well, if I did it so you can. I'm always just like, well, let's just talk about how to get through your stuff. Because hopefully I'm listening. Something that I say comes through to me, and I can take that in for myself and apply it to my life. But it was just like, I didn't know then that God was speaking through me, because I was able to deliver a message, right? But it just came out. I never fully took it in for myself. He was speaking through me and telling me, like, hey, preach this. Like, I can tell people now, and it's a testimony, versus him just speaking through me. I think I had to go through something so traumatic. I had to go through a test of that, stature to have a testimony. I have a multitude of testimonies now, but that's probably one of the biggest. Yeah, like I had to learn that was one of my things I was a vessel. I'm still a vessel to be able to speak God's words freely through me to people. It's just that one now. It's like I've spoken to people. I've told them about thoughts. I never told them about instances. So never got that far in the conversation, but I related. I told them that I related in the situation and in other situations as well. Like, I'm very much so more open, more vulnerable. I've just never expressed that on such a big platform. So
that was big.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. You want to get into the job?
Yeah, let's get into the job. We having breakthroughs, everybody. We having breakthroughs. Okay, all right. do you feel like you have a safe space to express your feelings?
I do now. So my friends are very much so. I'm not gonna say all of them are, because we're all a work in progress. We all want to be able to just be that person for the other one, but a lot of us are the dominant friend, the strong friend, right? So we feel it takes a lot for us to be that person that's in need. But since it is a lot of us that are like top dogs, like I ain't gonna, my friend groups is full of top dogs. Everybody a top dog. So we are each other's safe space. My family, we're opening up to each other more. Thank God. That's a big blessing and a big breakthrough, because at the beginning of the conversation, we were very much so just like everybody had their own individual business. And now it's just like, I'm going through this and this, I need y'all. And it's like people are open to that. And they're like, you know what? Well, I'm going through this too. So very grateful. And then you are my safe space. Like, you are my peace. And I tell you that all the time. You are my heaven on earth.
Oh my God.
What's that? You my HOE. You my heaven on earth.
Call me. Oh, y'all.
You my heaven on earth. Period.
Like, we having breakthroughs. She just called me. That's crazy.
He is.
That's crazy.
And you my favorite HOE.
That's crazy.
You gotta add like another letter to that, so we gotta find another word to put up.
Yeah, like.
You my heaven on my earth. You my home.
Okay, there you go.
I like that.
Heaven on my earth.
Yeah,
Damn.
Do you feel like you have a safe space?
I do. Especially with you. Of course. Because we talk about any and everything. So I feel like I can definitely come to you.
You can cry if you need to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got my friends as well. I have a lot of friends that I can come to with certain things as far as, you know, emotions and my mental and everything goes. As far as family, it's like a select few people who actually are like vulnerable, like in my family. I don't think I really can't recall any like situations where family wise we've talked about anything like deep or about mental, like everything just goes.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't know how I am the way that I am mentally.
Because you never had that voice or that place to talk as a.
So I don't know. I was self-taught as far as my emotional intelligence and everything goes. I think I'm very, very emotionally aware.
I think so too. You taught me how to be more emotionally aware.
I ain't perfect now. I be having my, you know, I like to isolate when I'm going through some shit.
Okay, so this taps into that. Did your family help or hurt your mental health?
Both.
Both for sure. For me too.
Both. Since I kind of it hurt in a sense because it was almost never talked about. But since it wasn't talked about, I was forced to learn it on my own. And it just like, it was intriguing to me. So it's like, I dove like deep into mental things. And like I tell you all the time, like preventative maintenance. Like I did that with my mental, like so much. But I think it was more so, I didn't want my nerves rattled. I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to be angry. That's the biggest one. Like I don't like being angry. So I do certain things to where I don't have to be angry. I move in a certain way to where you can't piss me off. Like to where people cannot piss me off. Like if you mad, that's on you. But you're not finna ruin where I'm at, like mentally. So that's between you and God.
Right. My family definitely hurt my mental health in the beginning. I would say they heard it because they never talked about it, like you said. They masked a lot of stuff. They masked a lot, but I don't blame them, and I don't wish bad or anything on them. No one knew how to deal with it.
Yeah,
my family had a lot of traumatic experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody knew how to deal with it.
Yeah, nobody was really ever like taught, like, because we not really just too far removed from our grandparents, like,
Yeah, and my grandparents definitely wasn't taught
and the stuff
how to deal with mental health
they
at all.
went through, like they literally just had to transition on their own and teach themselves.
Especially my grandmother, you know her story. My granny literally had to grow herself, and then she grew a family, and it's like now she did it for herself, of course, but how do I do this for a whole family? And then grief struck the family, and I genuinely don't think that we've grown from the grief that struck us the first time, and we surely are dealing with this that just happened in January still. Like, so it's just a lot of stuff that we don't know how to. We did it. I'm not gonna say we. Well, as a collective, we don't know how to channel, place, and direct our emotions. So it's just a lot of just willy-nilly emotions that we're just like, I can't deal with this today. I'm gonna put this in the bag. I'll deal with it later. And that's hurt. That's hurtful. Because you don't know how to be there for each other if you don't know how to express it. I don't know how to be there for you if you don't know how to talk to me about it, Same for them. Like, I think it's hurtful. That's why I say I think my family needs a lot of therapy because we don't know how to work through grief, for one, and just work through our personal emotions. It's been really hard for me to just get back in the groove of things since January, day by day, working towards it. But I definitely think we need a lot of therapy. In a lot of ways.
Because growing up back then, they kind of had a lack of resources, so it's like it's not really their fault. The only way people are like at fault is if they kind of like resist the they kind of like resist the resources if it's like out there free.
And they didn't have them at all. You right about that?
All right. So has your mental health elevated since your younger years?
For sure. My mental toughness has just gotten stronger by situation. Situation by situation. I've had to learn the fight or flight. And I've learned to fight a lot because I have to. Like, life is a battle. Like, it is a boxing match. I'm in the third, fourth round right now. I got a lot more fights to withstand. But what I've learned is that back then, all I saw was the bad. I never saw the lesson. If it was something bad happened, I never saw the lesson out of it. I just took the bad parts out of it. But nothing that's happened to me, like everything that's happened to me, rather, has taught me something. Something positive can come out of literally every bad thing that's happened to me. And I'm learning to focus on that and focus on the things that I can control versus sitting in the things that I can't. So yes, I've definitely elevated since my younger years.
Yeah, I have too. I grew up fast as it is, so I was always out doing things on my own because I didn't want to deal with whatever was going on like at home. I was always here. I was always there. You can ask anybody that know me. I was always out and about doing something. I was almost never at home. I made other people's home my second home, but that was just because I just wanted to be
out.
That's it. But I loved home. I loved my granny, my mama. Like, but I don't even think my mama knows that I like seen her cry one time and that fucked me up. Like, I seen her cry because of a certain situation, and that sparked some shit in me to kind of like move how I move now. Like, I was like, no, I can't really have it. I don't like that. I didn't like seeing it, and I was young. Like, I was real young. How old was I? I was probably like maybe 11, maybe.
That's what made you start getting money at a young age.
Like, I don't think she know that. I don't think she know I seen it. But it elevated because I've had to like deal with other people's like situation. Like I learned through trial and error, like helping people with certain situations because I was always wise beyond my years, and a lot of people wasn't. So I've had to tell people how to do this, do that. Or I think you should do this because this will work better for you, or I don't think you should think like that because it's gonna make you do this type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I truly do believe that I've elevated.
That's good. That's good. I just from me knowing you over these 11 years, I've definitely seen you elevate in a positive way and motivate other people around you. So proud of your growth. You're so cute, friend.
Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. So last part, you know how we do Q&A with Q&A. These are questions that are asked in our DMs, our questions, and our anonymous link on our page. Once upon a Timmons, like once upon a time, but with the realest. Once upon a Timmons. So if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the link, our questions box, or in our DM. Since we were so successful with asking the crowd last time for some questions, we're gonna do it again.
I got a question. We actually got a deal, right? Why we doing the show?
For real?
Yeah.
It's lit.
Yeah, it's from you guys.
Uh-oh.
Vern.
Okay.
Vernon said, what is,
It don't matter. He don't care about being anonymous.
You don't care. At Iron Johnson, I'm playing.
What is the healthy amount of sex to have in a week to keep your partner, yourself and your partner happy?
This is a mental health question because this is just real. This is real. We was being real all episodes, so we can be real right now. What he say?
Niggas need to get the show popping. All the boring ass questions.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
Hey, we be having good questions. Okay, I think. Should I answer you?
Go ahead.
I think a healthy amount of sex to have, realistically, is 4 to 5 times a week. That's minimum.
Yeah.
That's minimum. Well, I'm married. I'll just say that in a married relationship where we have access to each other, like 4 to 5 times. I think that sex is a stress reliever. We're gonna have a whole episode on sex, so don't worry, guys.
We talking about days or times?
How many times a day?
No, just
we
like
can't. Not us.
Yeah.
We talk about like in a general relationship.
Okay, yeah.
A general relationship, I say, if you live together 4 to 5 times, like, come on, y'all, get it together. But if you're like just dating and y'all got different houses, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week.
What if you shacking?
If you shacking, you're gonna get pregnant. But if you shacking, let's meet in the middle, 3 to 4 times. So 2 to 3 if y'all don't live together. If y'all shacking, maybe 3 to 4. But if you married, y'all live together, 4 to 5 times minimum. Ladies, men,
Bust it open.
get it together.
However much you can take. Because you know sometimes, bro, if y'all fucking a lot, you know sometimes it'd be like, oh shit. Like,
let's take a break.
Yeah.
Watch
like,
a Netflix episode.
Yeah, we need like a 2-day break or something.
2 days.
It's a workout.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a workout, so you gotta preserve your bones and your muscles and stuff for the next time. So sometimes you gotta just rest up.
2 days.
Burn them calories, huh?
A 2-day break?
Sometimes it just end up happening.
Oh, generally speaking.
Yeah, generally
Okay.
speaking. Damn, calm down, bit out.
I'm just saying, 2 days is just
no.
it's crazy.
Sometimes it just happened that way. You know, you've been fucking like all week, and then it's just like, but that's the thing. But it don't be like intentionally. It just happened that way sometimes. It just happened that way sometimes.
I feel you.
She don't take breaks, y'all. She don't take breaks.
Okay, so that's our thought on healthy amounts. But, you know, comment below. What is a healthy amount of sex that a couple should be performing weekly? Comment below. I would love to hear everyone's. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to this video and all the videos that we post on the Hangout Network. But for this one, comment below.
We did get another question earlier.
We did. What's the question?
It says,
okay, I guess we ain't taking questions from the crowd. All right, y'all.
We can take one though.
Keep packing.
Is it important for your partner's family to accept you or like you?
Very.
Definitely.
Very important. I don't play about Mama Nisi. That's my mother. She just had him. That's my mama. Like, I just really love my family-in-law. Like, everybody quickly accepted me. I ain't had no problems with nobody on your side.
Your family can't help but love me.
Yeah, they loved you immediately too. My mama tell everybody, this is my son and my daughter-in-law. That's how she introduced us.
Yeah. If the family don't like you, it's gonna be like, it's gonna make things hard. Like, you can sustain the relationship, but that shit just gonna be hard.
It'll be very hard.
Like,
you gonna give? I mean, I don't know. If family is big to you, because family not big to some people, but if family is big to you, like being accepted by that other side is very important, because you're gonna cultivate and you're gonna create your family, a family of your own. Like, you're gonna keep them from their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, not keep them from their grandparents, but like, keep them, like if they don't mess with me, you sure not getting access to my kids. And they're gonna want access to their grand. Like, nah, it's a messy situation. It won't work. It won't work.
Y'all got something else? You got another one? I know you got another one.
Yeah. So, what do y'all feel about like having a business with your partner? Like, how you think that?
That was a question. Okay, so we do run a business, Flash Mob Media _, and that's Flash Mob Media _ on Instagram and on Facebook. Book with us.
But I guess the question should be like, does the marriage rules apply in business? Let's say, like, as you marry, like, the man is the more dominant person. Like, in the business, does the marriage rules still apply in business?
No,
absolutely not. I think it's more so like, I do a lot of stuff. We have a structure in our business though. I'm the back end person. So I do a lot of the bookings. I do a lot of the technical stuff online. I do all the graphics. If anybody need graphics, you can definitely hit me up. I do the graphics for it. I do all the back end stuff. Now, we have a photo booth business. So the day of, I'm just kind of like this. Quan's operating. He's putting the stuff together. He's carrying it in. He does a lot of social interactions. I do it too. I do social interactions as well, because I did initiate those conversations. Like I said, I'm the one that does the bookings and get the bookings and stuff most of the time. He does too, but most of the time it's me. So I initiate those conversations. But day of, event-wise, doing that 360, running it, that's him. I'm just like, hey guys, come do it. Like, come over here. I'm walking around, building the morale up. I'm playing my part. Like, I'm the hype person. So I'm making sure everybody in the party gets on. Everybody in the party got a picture. Don't leave. Hey, you just got here. Come over here and take a picture real quick. Yeah, come on, party with us. So we definitely get paid to party in our business.
It boils down to like skill. Like, what are you good at? Like,
yeah.
She took the time to learn how to do the graphics.
I did a year of learning how to do graphics before I started the business.
Yeah, like I made it to where she didn't have to work, so she could go ahead and learn how to do the graphics. Like, she didn't know how to do graphics like whatsoever. She learned that. She learned how to make a damn website, learn the software, all of that. So that shit is smooth, and she make money off of that. Like, she make her own money from that. I don't be touching that shit. She make her own money from the graphics, from the bookings, all that. Well, we share the bookings.
We share bookings money, but like the graphics and stuff, I got subscribers and all that money is mine. But what I will say as far as the rules go, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but like you said, I took a year off from working because I knew I wanted to start a business. So I actually took a year and a half off so I could learn more about the business that I was about to start. And know all the back end. So I learned the software. Like you said, I learned graphics. I learned all of that. But he was working, so I could learn all that stuff. So I don't know if that counts. It counts. Okay.
Do what works for you. That gender role, that gender role shit don't
always
apply in business.
It don't matter in business. It don't matter.
Because what if I'm not good with money, but she is? She gonna handle that shit. She gonna handle the fucking money. Or if I'm the person that's good with the money, I'm gonna handle the fucking money.
Yeah. You gotta, And of course, in the meantime, I'm teaching him graphics. I'm teaching him different stuff so we can both know both sides. I just took the time out to learn it first. So, yeah. You got a question?
Think the energy, you said sex 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
You think the energy towards each other and just the answers y'all have now, you think that will change in season 3? Just y'all perception of certain things once you add kids to the element?
I'm terrified of children. I'm
It
terrified of
could-
having kids because of that reason.
It could, but that's the situational thing.
It's a hormonal
It
thing.
could change.
Because of my, like, everything that I got going on. Oh, my God.
This is like a setup for season down the road.
Nah, but preventative
I can't wait to see
preventative
season 3.
maintenance.
I
So
cannot wait.
you
I got a
saying
little baby.
you saying like you asked
Will we
like,
still be having a whole bunch of
Would
sex
a-
when we had kids?
would a sex?
And then when y'all have kids,
Oh, so you saying like will the sex decrease? Kind of like
increase the energy I put, the mental, all of that.
Nah, because my
Nah.
daddy like babysitting. I drop that little baby off.
no, I don't think it is because like I said, preventative maintenance. Like she's going to I'm gonna make sure like I do this now. I buy all her teas and shit that she need just to like regulate everything, keep her mental straight. You know what I'm saying? Holistic. We do a lot of holistic shit. So I'm buying the teas that she need. I'm paying for the yoni steams, man. The yoni steams. Like I'm telling you, fellas, invest in your lady yoni steam.
Oh
I'm
my
telling
God.
you, that motherfucker gonna fall off the bone. But it's also healthy. It's healthy for her. That's the main thing. It's healthy. It keep everything intact and it increases the sex drive.
It does. The Yanni steam does.
So you feel me? That's the
On
the secret.
that note, oh my gosh. But yeah, no. To answer your question, yeah, it's gonna be the same. It's
Or
gonna be the
more.
same. Or more. I don't know. But for sure. But on that note, that was a good way to end it. A positive note, a light, upbeat note. Be sure to follow all of our social media pages. We're gonna give y'all 5 seconds to look at them. All right. Be sure to follow all of those social media pages. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out to
Oh,
Maya.
on the shirt. Shout out.
to Maya. Okay, we're gonna give you a formal thank you, but for the moment, these are beautiful sis. We love them, and we're gonna show out for you. Okay,
And we got some cups too. She did us some cups. She don't just do shirts.
she do everything. If you need anything,
What is it? Maya Trishelle? She do shirts.
say her business name.
She do
We're gonna
cups.
tag her business too.
She do all of that. Like she do real good business. So tap in with my girl.
And tap in with us on our next episodes. Be sure to tune in, and we'll see y'all next time.